Are you like one of the particles discovered by our physicists that exist for a millisecond and then cease to exist? If you feel you are just an infinitesimal piece of matter that is self-existent and self-made, then paradoxically, you've also felt that you're more than that. You felt at times that you're made somehow for eternity, but you can't find it. That's what one of our most profound books states. He has put eternity in man's mind, yet so that he cannot find out what God has done from the beginning to the end. And this is the frustration that makes so many of us want to be someone. Somehow we feel we are somebody. We're more than just a number, yet we feel we're nothing compared to the millions of other people like us. Why is it that we have these contradictory feelings? Why do we strive to be a celebrity and yet feel that we're not? Well, simply because you've ignored the unique part of yourself and expressed only the outside shell that is like everyone else. The unique part of you is the mind and spirit of the Son of the Creator of the universe. You exist to express part of Him that is unique to you. That's why you're special. Nobody else is like you, because God has put part of Himself in you that He has put in no one else but His only Son. However, you feel you're unique in yourself, not just because of the unique Son of God within you, so your nature has become perverted, twisted out of shape, trying to prove your own inherent uniqueness rather than enjoying the uniqueness of the Creator's Son within you. So, of course, you can't naturally use the world or your own abilities, but you abuse them both. In fact, your nature, with all its short circuits, uses and abuses you. This is why Paul wrote, "If I do what I do not want, then it is no longer I that do it, but sin which dwells within me." Sin is the attitude that depends on things, people and circumstances for our security, significance and happiness rather than our Maker. The only cure is the remaking of this old nature, which God foresaw and experienced in His own Son and us in eternity. But only He can manifest that eternal transformation in us in time. And only God can clarify what part of your nature that affects and what willingness on your part is necessary for that to take place. So the change in your nature cannot be produced by your own effort or discipline, but only by your willingness to accept the particular death to self that took place in you in Christ's death. The sense of His uniqueness within us is the only cure for our own frustration at our insignificance in other people's eyes. But that sense is possible only to one who accepts that God alone is unique and worthy of exaltation. It requires a readiness to be ignored and trampled underfoot if God wills, because that's what He Himself has done again and again. And this is possible only to one who accepts his Maker's evaluation of him. Without that acceptance of God's opinion of us, the reality of this death of the old perverted nature simply exacerbates our feelings of transience as particles on the way to oblivion. The more we cling to the doomed nature, the more we feel like fiddlers on a roof. The more we embrace our cosmic death in Christ, the more we experience the power of His resurrection in us. The readier we are to allow the Son of God to live a unique life in us, the more we become aware of how unique our life is. the more we are ready to lose our life, the more we find it. The more we try to be unique in ourselves, the more conformed we become to everyone else. The more concerned we become with celebrity, the less we are able to be the unique person we are in our Maker's Son. But only His Spirit within us can enable us to see this. Without His intuition, we are imprisoned by our own insignificance and desolated by our own transience. When we take seriously His reality within us, we begin to be lifted above ourselves into His greatness. Somehow the reality of infinite life washes away the trivial nature of our own little lives, and we become part of something bigger.